Got some more important information to share with you guys today. And let me remind you guys about a few situations that have taken place throughout this year that have proven the fact that these people have already started experimenting with this, and the fact that they're going to be doing a bigger crackdown with this entire game plan in the near future. But I'm going to remind you guys of a few things, and these were just dry runs slash warm-ups that they've done throughout this year relating to this topic, just for them to see how people would react, right? So you guys remember several months ago we had the Colonial Pipeline situation, right? And we also had the meat supplier situation with JBS, right? Where they said it was allegedly a cyber attack that was targeting JBS, right? The largest meat processing company in the world, I believe it is. And with the Colonial Pipeline situation, you had people panic buying, or they had people panic buying gas. And the narrative was, oh, it was a cyber attack that targeted the Colonial Pipeline, right? And there were major gas shortages in the southeast of the U.S. There was even people putting gasoline in plastic bags, believe it or not, You'd be amazed how dumbed down society really is, but it's been proven over the past 18 plus months anyways. But you guys get the point, right? It's leading up to a bigger crackdown, and these are just the warm-up phases, right? It's only a matter of time before they pull off the real deal and before they really flip the switch for their entire game plan, which we never know when is going to happen, but continue to prepare yourself and be ready to stand your ground. So I'm going to get into this article right now, but I just want you guys to remember this agenda and don't forget about it. Even though there's a lot of other things taking place in this world that might make you forget about things like this, don't forget about it, because it's very important for you to realize where this is going. It says, tired of the shutdowns with a question mark? Well, a cyber emic, you guys know what that is, seems to be next. It came out a few days ago. As the Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp shutdown demonstrates, the emic may just roll into a cyber emic. And let me remind you guys, literally weeks ago, on the week of 9/11, almost a month ago, I literally witnessed them on Instagram purging truther pages. And the day before they did that, I had seen that those pages were viewable and I could actually click on them, and stupid thing, pop-ups. Go back to the article that I was reading through. But yeah, so, that happened with the truther pages. I already told you guys about this, but you guys know what this is about. That's what this agenda is mainly about, cracking down on content that exposes what they're up to, pretty much, right? But I don't have to really repeat myself and regurgitate what I talked about in my last video. So if you guys want to hear more about that and you haven't already heard about it, go check out my last video. So this guy made a tweet about it. You guys can pause the video and read this. I'm not going to say this in the video for obvious reasons. If you want to read this, you can read over it. And then it goes on to say, are you tired and are beaten down enough by the shutdowns and the however you say that word, and confusion that has accompanied them, ready to get back to some semblance of normal, which we've been saying for almost a year now that it's not happening? Well, you may not have that luxury, as it seems that we may be rolling into another emic, a cyber emic that has been choreographed by the World Economic Forum. The World Economic Forum, the head of the World Economic Forum, is hinting at big things to come. And we've discussed what those big things are and its lackeys. As most of you guys are probably aware of, Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp experienced global disruptions today. This article came out a few days ago that made the services completely inaccessible, so inaccessible that Facebook employees couldn't even get into the company headquarters as their access badges weren't working. These disruptions can be added to a list of disruptions, and this is all by design too. Keep that in mind. This is all a part of their cyber Polygon beta testing operation, right? that started with the Oft report, ransomware attacks targeting critical infrastructure earlier this year. Who knows what the post-mortem on today's events will surface, but your crazy uncle Marty antenna are perked high, not parked, but perked high in the air, as it seems that the cyber emig conveniently predicted and wargamed by the parasites at the forum earlier this year, or no, not this year, but this summer. I mean, basically the same thing. I mean, it is in this year, happening this year, but you guys get it, right? You guys get the point. Seems to be coming to fruition, and it is coming to fruition. More, I can just keep seeing more and more stories by the day about cyber attacks doing this and that, targeting this organization and that organization and this company and that company. You know, it's ramping up, and if you don't see by now that all of this stuff is planned out, I don't really know what to tell you. Be on the lookout for this growing narrative moving forward. It will be used as yet another reason why citizens around the world need to give up more freedoms and hand them over to a bunch of criminals, right? You guys know who they are. This may seem conspiratorial at the moment, but I won't be the least bit surprised when the goals and control of the world's governments and banks begin loudly beating this drum. And they've already done that anyways. If you're paying attention to what they're talking about, you know this. But yeah, you guys get the point of this, right? I mean, this is going to be the next big crackdown, and it's already starting. We had the pipeline situation, the JBS situation. We recently had another cyber Polygon beta test with social media, right? Instagram, Facebook being shut down, WhatsApp being shut down. 3 platforms that so many people in the world are using to this day, just completely shut offline for hours. So, and a lot of people were losing their minds over that, of course, you know. I can't imagine how these people are going to be acting once they pull off the real deal, right? Once they really flip the switch with the bigger events that they have in store. But don't be ready, or no, not don't be ready, but don't be afraid, and be as ready as you possibly can before what's to come. And continue to pay attention and continue to stay on high alert, because these people could pull the switch at any time. You never know. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching this video. Please share the video far and wide. Continue to get everything that you need while you can, because it's going to come to a point where it's not going to be so easy to get those things that you need. So take advantage of the time that you have right now to prepare yourself, not only physically, but most importantly, mentally and spiritually, for what's to come. And I thank you guys for watching this video, and I'm out.